Hey guys, what's up? Terrence Brown here, and I got my friend Lord Pingo here.
What's up,
And
y'all?
today we're going to analyze all the E3 press conferences. So basically, what we're going to do, we're just going to go through all five conferences, and then Nintendo's like 5 hour treehouse event
Pokemon.
on, yeah, basically 5 hours on two games,
Yeah.
and just analyze it.
So if you're watching this for Nintendo, just skip to the end. It'll be like a minute.
Yeah, it's really nothing, just a bunch of Legend of Zelda and Pokemon. So,
Yep.
all right, man.
I
So
guess let's start with EA.
yeah, first off, we got EA. So they came out and they had Titanfall 2. Now, I didn't play Titanfall, the original Titanfall. Man,
I did.
obviously,
I didn't either.
so yeah. But I'm actually really excited because now this is gonna be on PS4 as well. So
Yeah. And
they are adding,
both of us play PS4.
yeah. So they are adding a single player campaign because I remember the game last year. Well, the last game was
I think it was strictly multiplayer.
yeah straight multiplayer. So and then they're also adding more customization. So I'm glad to see that because they did have a trailer for it. It was pretty short, but it was still good, short and
Uh,
sweet.
I enjoyed a lot of customization in the game.
Yeah, so that'll be good.
And then next up, here we go again with Madden 17.
Madden every year. We got Madden every year. I really can't say too much about Madden because they didn't show that much. They showed a trailer with just gameplay, and it wasn't even really someone playing. It was just like the actual gameplay. But EA they've been releasing a bunch of other stuff outside of E3, so
Yeah.
really didn't have anything for Madden 17. So next we got Mass Effect, and this is the fourth game, right?
Yeah.
I was
Yes, I think so.
I was honestly surprised that this was going to come because after the backlash that they got
I,
for
yeah, I thought they were pretty much wrecked.
yeah Mass Effect 3, that was pretty much like done. So I was like really surprised, but because a lot of people they were talking about the ending was really bad and everything. Um, but now they're trying to like focus on civilization.
Civilizations.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. Basically focusing on that, and actually like the trailer looked really good to be honest to me. Um, I'm hoping to see a lot more of it. Like EA, this press conference, I like the press
Eh.
conference, but they could have did more to be honest to me.
All right. Next, just kind of like football. Here we come with FIFA 17. I think how you pronounce it. FIFA. I don't care about soccer, so
It's whatever. Like everybody seems to love this game apparently, but everybody seems to hate the game, so it doesn't matter to
I
me.
don't. I don't do soccer, so I mean it doesn't bother me. I might. I mean Madden is.
I mean, they said that's the biggest sports game in the world. I didn't believe that, but I guess because it's soccer. But
Technically football in some countries, so maybe that's.
I guess so. But they had this guy come out, and it was basically the guy that you have to play as in the story mode of the game because they're adding a story mode to this game, and not a lot of sports games do that.
No,
So
not really.
I want to see what that's gonna look like. But basically, they had the guy that you base it off of, and he was totally like hyped and everything about it. I was like, okay, you got somebody interested in the game. I'm like, that's cool. But with E3, you can't really do too much because then it'll look really cheesy and stupid.
Yeah, you just kind of want to give them a little bit, and then everybody's like,
Because some people you get like straight up actors that are way too enthusiastic about it, and then it just looks stupid.
yeah,
Um, next game we got
fifth.
this is what I couldn't pronounce it. Faye. It looks interesting. I mean,
It's a little bit like Journey, kind of.
yeah. If y'all remember Journey from the PS3, that was probably the best indie PlayStation game ever, in my opinion. Like the style is basically the same, and they didn't really show too much of it. You just go around exploring and doing a lot of stuff. Now, what we got next? We got Star Wars. This boy
Yeah,
over here, he likes Star Wars, so I'm gonna let them.
I do a little bit of Star Wars. They announced Galaxy Heroes, which is something I don't really play. So, but the updates for it were pretty cool. Battlefront, everybody knows Battlefront. It's pretty big. It's getting a whole bunch of stuff added. I think they're adding new characters, aren't they?
Yeah, they had new
New
characters.
characters, new maps.
Yeah, new map
Um,
stuff.
Old Republic, that's the big PC RPG for Star Wars. It's getting new places and stuff like that, new quest
They want to
lines.
add like more, make it more individualized story.
Yeah, make it
Yeah.
more. What they how they describe it? Fitting people's dreams or something.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
was talking about people. I was like, okay, y'all are like going, y'all are making this so dramatic. But I'm
yeah.
like, all right, well, let me
And
y'all do what I got to do.
sticking with Star Wars, Battlefront 2 got announced, and that's pretty much what that was
We
it.
just got a 27 release date. We don't know
20,
when.
27, 2017.
2017, yeah, definitely 27.
Yeah,
We got a 2017 release date.
and
That's all we got.
yeah,
All right, so then we got Battlefield One.
it's
That
promising.
looks, that looks really awesome. I'm
It's
not even gonna lie to you. Like I like.
it's war game set in World War One. It looks pretty amazing.
Yeah, like honestly, it really does. Um, they said they're gonna have 64 player matches, which I want to see how that's gonna look because it might look a little hectic.
It might be. I don't think I could do a 64 player match. I'd probably lag out.
Yeah, that might be a problem. Dynamic weather. That actually sounds pretty cool because a lot of games where you have weather, it just doesn't really matter. But they're trying to make it like if it's raining and stuff, then you actually got to play differently, which actually makes sense because you can't use the word dynamic
Yeah.
and not have it change. That makes sense.
You also can't. I mean, it'd be nice to see a game where weather actually matters.
Yeah, so I want to see
Black
how that's.
Ops 3 kind of did that in one of the campaign missions where they had a whole bunch of rain and it was actually affecting how things were working instead of just like, oh, pretty rain.
Like, I don't really play either of those games that much, but at the same time, I think I like Battlefield better than Call of Duty. But
I haven't played any of the Battlefield games, but this one, it looks pretty worth it. So,
all right. And then one thing I saw these behemoths, these things look insane, and I was just like, they look like. I want to make a loose comparison. They look like giant airships, just
yeah,
like blimps coming to kill
just
people. I'm like,
going
that looks,
through and it'll look pretty cool.
yeah, it looked really good. EA. So that was basically EA's conference. It wasn't really that long. It was a Sunday afternoon conference. And it was a starter.
Yeah, they kicked it
They
off. They started it all right, but
yeah, they did what they had to do in that amount of time. So I was like, all right, whatever, it's cool. But EA kind of gets a bad rep. A lot of the time.
mainly because they're like DLC, DLC, DLC. Which, yeah, they should just make more actual
Star Wars
content.
Battlefront, $120. Like, okay.
Yeah, Star Wars Battlefront. Pay $60 to get two characters in a map or a character in a map.
And then like those like two guns or something else. I'm
Yeah,
like,
it's
nah. But overall, they did alright. I didn't really expect too much from EA. I knew what they was gonna bring.
yeah.
All right,
That brings us to Bethesda. And
Bethesda.
Bethesda came out with Elder Scrolls Legends, which is just pretty much like tweaking Elder Scrolls and making it better, bigger, looks better. Like they fitted it more for PS4. Everything looks pretty cool.
All right. So with Dishonored 2, Dishonored
I'm
2,
hyped for that.
that actually looks really good. The only
This
thing I had a problem with is the fact that they spent so much time on the gameplay when they, all right, because they spent like a good third of the show basically just on that gameplay, and it was like you could have shown other stuff because Bethesda was probably like the shortest show because a lot of their games they didn't show new stuff; they just showed updates and stuff.
yeah,
So you remember Quake? You ever played Quake?
Quake. That was yeah. I used to play that with Austin a little bit. So
Yeah.
and
I was like, you
now
know,
it's getting
it's
uh
coming back, and I'm glad. I'm cool with that.
now it's called Quake Champions. So
Yeah. They didn't go too much into it.
they just kind of said, "Hey, we got this."
Yeah, then they showed some stuff, but they didn't go too much into it. Uh, all right, so Fallout 4 and Fallout Shelter. What they're doing with Fallout Shelter, they're gonna
They're bringing it to PC,
yeah,
and we
and
get
adding quests with it.
quests and the ability to customize people in different ways and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then Fallout 4, that's one of my subjects here. But hold on for a minute. Okay, and then Fallout 4, it comes out with 3 new DLCs that we know of, and apparently a fourth one. And one of them is where you can build your own vault. That looks pretty cool
Yeah, it was
because
pretty
you
nice.
literally just build an entire vault, and anybody who plays Fallout knows how huge a vault is, and that's gonna be pretty cool.
Yeah,
And then the next thing they came out with was Nuka World, which
yeah.
is a giant theme park. That's I'm expecting a lot from that. I can't remember what the third one was though.
Don't remember that. Like, it was like 2 nights ago, man.
It was something little, and it comes out this month or next month.
Yeah, it was coming out like pretty soon. I remember that part.
It,
I know.
it comes out next month, but I can't remember what it was. So sorry about that. And then Fallout VR was not shown.
They announced Fallout VR, but they couldn't show it because they wanted to spend. Okay, first of all, Bethesda started like 20 minutes late.
Yeah, they did.
Second of all, they wanted to like have a short show, and it's like Bethesda, come on, man, y'all gotta do better than that. I love y'all as a game company because y'all make some really good games,
They're
but
like a titan in the game company.
y'all gotta do better with this conference, man, because that was a shameful. That was shameful. But yeah, they had. Hopefully, we get to see it at like maybe later in December, something like that. That's probably because I don't. It depends on if they're gonna release it with, like PlayStation VR. Are they gonna release their own standalone VR or whatever? I don't know.
Yeah,
But
maybe it'll come out with PlayStation VR. It might be its own VR, but I'd probably be a VR game to go for different systems.
yeah,
Like you know what Job Simulator is, right?
yeah.
Yeah, kind of like that, because Job Simulator is going to be in PlayStation VR as well.
All right, that's cool.
Next, Prey. Terrence, you said you were very interested in that, so let you talk on that one.
It looked really good to be honest with you. Like I was just,
It looked pretty cool.
it was a game like these. I really actually thought that all of these games looked good except for a couple of them. But Prey looks like a promising game. Like this is a sequel to Prey. I didn't actually know that until I was like, wait a minute, yo, this is the sequel to Prey from like years ago. I'm like, okay, that's cool and everything. But I'm just looking forward to seeing more of it. But that's all right. I like seeing it.
And then
Next,
probably everybody's most anticipated thing from Bethesda, Doom. Now,
see,
before I get into it, funny thing is, I just realized Doom was made by Bethesda like 2 weeks ago.
yeah, you didn't know that?
No.
Wow.
I didn't know. I know what Doom is, and I've seen gameplay from it, but I've never realized who made it. So now
Doom was really a good a big
it's
hit when it just came out, and I was like, well, that was really good.
the good thing they did was they kept pretty much the original basis of Doom, but they
Yeah.
took the graphics and they put it to modern stuff, which is great because that means they didn't change much of the gameplay. It's still just go around
Kept
and
gameplay,
violently.
which is what you need to do if you're gonna make a game of the same name.
Yeah.
Then that's what you gotta do.
And VR Doom.
Yes, I just thought about that. I'm actually surprised it's getting VR because the game just came out, but then because a lot of these games are getting VR that they've already been out for a good amount of time.
I'm kind of surprised for Doom VR as well, but I'm also really excited for it because imagine putting on this VR thing and you're just in Doom, and you've seen how Doom looks.
Yeah, it
It's
looks great. So I'm like, okay, that's cool.
all
All
right.
right,
Elder Scrolls Online.
Scrolls Online. Yeah, you got that, man? 'Cause
It's pretty much they're adding more stuff into it. They're adding the Dark Brotherhood, like some more content with that, and there's just DLC, and the Dark Brotherhood is a story arc thing. So new quest because hey, Skyrim
Dark Brotherhood, I really love that. I want to get like a lot of these games like that I've seen made me want to get into them more because a lot of these games I haven't played. But the Dark Brotherhood, the trailer for it, the guy said it was like you gotta watch out for the Dark Brotherhood and everything like that because you're the player that's in the Dark Brotherhood, and
Yeah.
the guy's like you gotta watch out for the Dark Brotherhood people as in saying people. And it's like basically it's something that a lot of people will like. Honestly, that's something really cool.
Yeah.
You had. And then, they're trying to make it to where, there's
less restrictions.
less restrictions because things about games like these RPGs and stuff like that, there are certain restrictions that they put in the games. It's
Yeah.
like
There's only a certain amount they can allow you to do.
it's
So
not like they want to, but they there's no choice really. So they're trying to get less restrictions as we get
like more stuff.
quick. Apparently, I mean Microsoft and PS4 are just like, well, forget that. So I'm just I want to see what Dark Brotherhood is gonna look like because
Yeah.
it looks really good to me.
And then for overall for Bethesda, they were all right. They showed more old content that they had compared to like announcing new things, but they did do a good job of improving the old content. So
Yeah, they did
it was really short because they
what they
started
already
late.
had. What they already had, they basically made better. But then, you know,
It was like adding bacon to that really good cheeseburger
yeah,
that doesn't have
that's
bacon.
what they did. But they did show off Prey, which that's good.
Yeah, that was a pretty big new announcement.
Dishonored 2. We actually forgot to mention that with Dishonored 2, you get to play as two different characters.
Yeah,
And with
remember
that,
that.
it comes basically you get two different characters. One's a guy, one's a girl. And it's not like you're making characters. Obviously, people that already been in the game, but
It's like
you get two different characters to choose from, and depending on who you choose, you get certain like stories and certain things that happen, and that
yeah,
looks really good because the original Dishonored was really good. So
it was really fun. The different like tricks you could pull off with different abilities. That was
yeah,
really cool. Microsoft. Boy, this is a big one.
let's talk about these stuff. All right, so they opened the show. They were like the one, like so far they were like the one um press conference that actually started on time out of all these, except for PlayStation, really.
Yeah,
And so
PlayStation and Microsoft are both like on point.
the Xbox One S,
S.
Xbox One Slim.
Yep.
If I'm correct, this is the first time they're making a slim version of any of their Xboxes.
Let's see. Yeah, just they kind of just went Xbox, Xbox 360, and now there's Xbox One, Xbox One Slim. So
Because PlayStation they did that with the PS2, and PS3, and they're technically doing it with the PS4 with the PS4 Neo.
I kind of find it funny how I had the original Xbox, then a PlayStation 2, then the Xbox 360, and now I have PS4.
Dang son.
So I just kind of I would like hop between. Like I had the first and third, and the second and fourth. So
Yeah, it's like, but basically with the Slim, it's obviously slimmer. Then they're making it faster. They got better graphics. 4K. Let me stress this. It's not 4K gaming. I will get into that later. It's not 4K gaming. It is just 4K videos. Like if you're watching a video, then it could be in 4K. But gaming wise, it's not like it's a better system, but it's not like it's a whole new thing.
it's just kind of an improvement to their actual
Yeah,
Xbox.
basically, because that's what they do with PlayStation. They make you have more a bigger hard drive, and it's slimmer, easier to carry. And along with that, they actually have a new controller that is
Customizable.
yeah, and it's customizable as well using the Xbox Designer, which actually looks kind of underrated because a lot of people weren't really talking about it. It looks really cool to me. You can make your own controller basically. Um,
That's pretty cool.
yeah, but let's
Moving
go.
on into their games,
Yeah,
they hit with Gears of War 4,
yeah.
and yeah, live.
So
They showed some live gameplay.
yeah, we did get gameplay of that. It actually did look pretty good.
More freedom is one
I
thing they
was
were.
not thinking we were going to get another, like just like Mass Effect. I was not thinking we were going to get another Gears of War.
No, I mean,
It's not,
I haven't played a Gears of War game, but I've heard a good bit about them.
yeah, like Gears of War is a different type of. It's still a shooter, but it's
It's a
still,
war game, but it's kind of different.
it's yeah, it's different than all of them. You can kind of say the same with Tom Clancy. All those
Yeah,
games like
all
that.
his games, Rainbow Siege, The Division, everything. He like,
Yeah,
yeah,
because there's actually a new Tom Clancy that we will get into later.
yep. And I just said the title of it. So
Basically, but yeah. All right. So let's see. So you remember? Have you ever played Killer Instinct?
uh,
You never played Killer Instinct, okay?
Yeah.
Well, it was this game back in the day, like in the '90s. You know, it was a fighting game because you know fighting games were like popular back then, really, really popular. So everybody's trying to make a quick buck.
Mortal Kombat,
Yeah, you know,
Tekken,
that Street
Street
Fighter,
Fighter,
Tekken. Excuse, why did I say Tekker? Tekken.
Tekken.
Um, yeah. But yeah, now we got Killer Instinct. They're bringing that back. Well, actually, they brought it back, right?
Yeah.
And
2013.
I didn't even really know about it, honestly. When they said Killer Instinct, I was like, yo, they're bringing Killer Instinct back. But then I was like, wait a minute, this came out 3 years ago. I didn't even know that
I
because
really didn't either,
I didn't even hear anything about it. I
which
mean,
is kind of surprising because I usually keep up with fighting games.
it's not that Killer Instinct was like the original ones. They weren't bad games at all. Like people remember those games because, like, you know,
I've
they were
heard about them, but I've never played them. Just like Gears of War or Mass Effect. So
with, but really all they're doing is they're bringing a Gears of War character, General Ram, in this game. It's like, okay, that's nice, but you spent time on. Isn't like I would have understood if you were like adding more stuff into the game, like you know.
it's
But
just
then
they get
it
a
wouldn't make
character
sense.
after 3 years.
Yeah, it wouldn't make any sense to do that after 3 years. You know, it's like okay,
And
thanks.
then a big genre most people go for racing games. Forza Horizon 3. I love the Forza games, and I'm ready for this. I wish. Wait, is it gonna be on PS4? Yeah, no, it won't. And
It's just Microsoft, bro.
and it really
That's what
makes me
I
want.
say. I always love seeing because I always read reviews of Forza and watched it, and I was like, man, I really want an Xbox just to play this game.
See, like when we used to have Xbox 360, we would play Forza all the time, and it was super fun.
But biggest thing about Forza Horizon 3 is the fact that
Off
they're
road.
okay. Yeah, they got off road. Okay, you driving on beaches.
Yeah,
Okay, just think about that. But seamless driving. Now, when you think about seamless driving, it is you. A lot of games like try to do seamless things where you can just like jump in,
and
like
then
especially racing games. Like you just jump in. You know, Need for Speed. Try that.
yeah,
And
Need for Speed is pretty good.
it didn't work as well. With this, I actually saw in the trailer, like the gameplay that they were doing, it works perfectly. You just drive up and it just goes straight into it.
And you go.
It's no loading at all. You just drive up. I know Need for Speed tried that, but it takes like a little bit of time because you know Need for Speed online isn't as good as it should be. So Forza Horizon 3, they're really doing that. They actually did give us the release date, which is September 27th, and that's good.
This year,
Yeah, so I'm glad with that.
if I had
But
an Xbox.
seriously, like there are so many good games. All right, so
Recore.
Recore. You want to talk about Recore?
You can go ahead and handle that.
All right, Recore is like is new.
Yeah.
That's basically what it is. And
There wasn't much.
it wasn't that much to it. I mean, I want to check it out. I want to check out all these games because you know they look so good. It's not just like looks; it's like the gameplay. And maybe it's just me because I've been watching E3 for a couple years. Maybe it's just me, like you know, like oh yeah, this looks really good. Just being an E3 fanboy, and then when the game actually comes by, it's not as good. But yeah, Recoil looked pretty good. Looking to see more of that. Then
The
we
next
have
game, this is where we need Courtney. Final Fantasy 15
okay. Let me tell you something about this. Square Enix came out
on
for
screen.
Final Fantasy 15, and I was like, okay. Square Enix, they basically started out with PlayStation. They've been doing PlayStation for a while now. I knew past couple of years they've been branching out to like Nintendo and other game and systems like that. But for them to show up at the like literally Square Enix themselves, the people representatives, for them to show up at Xbox at PlayStation, it was like okay, wow, that's cool. I mean, that's surprising.
At least they're branching out and getting their options done.
Yeah, because they're like, I think this is the first game that's actually been. I think this is the first game that's actually been on Xbox.
Yeah, I haven't seen any other Square Enix game played
Like I
on.
know, I know Kingdom Hearts 3. I'm pretty sure that's gonna be on Xbox too. And but that's like the first games that are gonna be on Xbox from Square Enix. Now, they actually had three little battles between like these guys, like a group of people were trying to take out the main, characters,
Yeah.
and then plus there's this giant thing over here trying to kill you at the same time. It didn't even like it didn't even really show the three-way battle. It just showed you the main characters against the giant thing because the other guys weren't even relevant. But the guy that was playing for Square Enix, he was getting like I can't say he was getting wrecked, but he kept dodging and getting hit like every like couple times. I'm like, bro, this is your game,
You
and
made it.
you over here like, come on, man, you gotta be do better than that. But Final Fantasy, they actually did a pretty cool move at the end, which I actually like, but I wish they could have did it a lot faster instead of sitting here for like a couple minutes for him dodging, getting hit, him dodging, getting hit.
Yeah.
For him to finally do this one move that, like destroys it. I'm like, well, thanks for that. All right,
Battlefield 1. We saw
again,
it. Xbox Live.
yeah, we already saw the trailer for that. They all they did was show the trailer. I'm like, okay, that thanks for that. They already showed it.
I mean, it was
That's
still cool, but we saw
that's
it.
the thing when you can't for like different press conferences having the same thing. It's like you gotta have different stuff. I don't
Yeah.
want to see the same thing.
Xbox Live.
This really makes me want an Xbox now because they're doing cross network play. All right,
Which is cool.
like what cross network play is. Like I don't have to elaborate on that really.
No.
All right, background music. Apparently they had this. I'm pretty sure it was background music. Somebody apparently they said that they already had this like on the original Xbox. And I mean I don't know if that's
No,
true.
that was a
Then
while back.
I was like,
Why would they?
that's the thing.
If they
I
had it
don't
on the
know.
original Xbox, why would they take it off the later?
I don't know. But yeah, that's new. Backwards compatibility. That is just with like I don't know if you're gonna call that backwards compatibility if that's with Xbox Live.
Yeah, it's
That's not technically backwards compatibility.
clubs,
Unless
groups.
like they said something else, like what besides that saying like some you legit take the disc and put it in there, like X
Yeah,
360 disc, that's not backwards compatibility. That's just playing old games.
that's just that's
So
on
clubs
that.
and groups.
Clubs and groups.
Let me explain this. Clubs and groups. I actually like this idea. Clubs are basically like say me, Pengu, a couple other guys, we're playing this one game. Let's just say you know
What's the one we announced here? Forza.
okay, let's just say we're playing Forza, right? All right, so we wanna. It basically helps you search for people that just playing Forza, right? And you can be like, oh yeah, you like Forza, huh? All right, we can be in a group, right? We can be a club together. We're that Forza,
Unless race.
yeah. You know, with groups, it's basically they explain it really well. I give them props for explaining it really well because I didn't understand the difference when they say clubs and groups. I'm like, what's the point? But they explained it really well, so that's good.
Yeah.
Groups is basically you look for something specific. Like if you wanna, they use the example of talking about something. If you wanna kill that certain dragon in the game or something like that, you need somebody. You're stuck on this one mission. That's what group is basically for.
They come in and
Yeah, that's basically what groups is for. So that really is a cool feature. I wish PlayStation had something like that. Hopefully, PlayStation will announce some more stuff because they're like kind of slacking as in the like
in online play with other
yeah,
people. Yeah.
yeah, they're kind of slacking with that. Like Xbox has always beat them with that. Like on the online stuff, they always beat them, except for the fact that you had to pay for Xbox Live. But you know what I mean, like
Yeah.
but otherwise, Xbox would beat them every single time. Arena
Minecraft.
is basically you've got
Oh
arena.
yeah.
Yeah, arena is basically you competing against all these people in different games. EA they actually mentioned something similar to this where they're doing like tournaments and all kinds of stuff like that. But that's basically what it is. But you can actually go with arena. You can go in and just like it doesn't matter where you are. You can just go in and create your own tournaments in certain games. And I actually like that. So instead of having to like it actually adds some structure and it's really easy to do. So I really like that. Um,
All right.
yeah.
Now, Minecraft. As you know, Microsoft bought Minecraft, so of course it would be their thing. And it got realms, which is good. It got cross shoot. Cross system play, which I mean I don't really think I need to elaborate on that.
Yeah,
Xbox, PS4, play together.
we understand.
Simple. Texture packs. Make your shoe look like a car horn.
They actually added
No.
texture packs to iOS and Windows, and I was like, okay.
Yeah.
So they're doing all this stuff for Xbox, but the PS4 is over here like
PS4 is like,
love, like um.
and just more add-ons. Pretty much basic Minecraft things.
And
One
they're
update.
adding add-ons, and I was like, and it's not even. It's basically like little mini mods. Like the add-on is a regular game. That's basically
Yeah.
what that Minecraft. Like where they can. They demonstrated basically where you can have like spawn people come in and help you, and it's like that are NPCs or whatever like that.
Different little
Yeah.
mini mods.
All right.
So pretty much Minecraft did what Minecraft always does. One update, 50 things.
Basically. But this is like the biggest update I've ever seen in my life. I mean, because Xbox and PS4 have been behind
Yeah.
for a good while, and PS4 is probably like the worst at this point.
And you may or may not see Minecraft on my channel. Anyway, next game. Well, game-ish. Xbox game preview.
I really like this idea because this is basically what Steam. Well, Steam kind of does this because Steam has a lot of indie developers, but
Yeah.
this is what developers tend to do on Steam, because they have the green light.
Yeah, where you
process.
put it on green light, people play
Yeah.
them, then you give feedback, and the developers are like, oh, that needs to be changed, they change it. Oh, that's good,
Yes.
keep it.
You basically play games that are in like development, beta, whatever. Then you can give feedback, and developers hopefully will take it into account because most of the time Xbox listens because
Because they want to keep people buying their stuff and not be like, you don't care about me? Yo, Sony, what's up?
no. All right, so
We happy few. Or we
oh my
stand.
god, that it
It's,
looks really cool actually,
it
but
looks cool, but creepy.
sick, like as in sick as in minded.
And hey man,
Everybody,
drugs are bad, man.
everybody, basically. All right, so you're basically in the trailer. You're this guy. You just walk around. Everybody has their face painted all weird, looking like some type of clown thing he's in. Like it seriously look creepy. But you got these, and he's basically not one of those people, right?
Yeah.
And I guess like the entire civilization just turned into those people. So the guy comes in and he was like, "Hey," and the girl's like, "Yo, help me smash this pinata." I'm like, "Okay," and then they're like, hit it, all right. And I was like, "Okay, this is cool." Then he hits the pinata and it's like a pig or whatever, and I'm like, "Okay, this really got creepy." And they start eating it. Then the girl's like, "Yo."
Oh.
It got really weird so fast. At first, I thought it was just gonna be like, "Oh no, maybe they're just having fun," but then they turned.
Yeah,
Really,
this game, I don't know if I want it or not. I don't think we can get it on PS4 anyway. But it was,
it's like most of these, like pretty much all of these are Xbox.
yeah,
Like,
this was pretty creepy.
um,
Quint, the Witcher card game. So, you like Witcher? Nah, there's a card game.
they took the card game from Witcher,
And made it,
a card game.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay,
so
no,
like, the mini game in Witcher where you play the game, Quint, now it's its own game. Woo. Now, we mentioned, we mentioned this game earlier when we were talking about Killer Instinct, Tekken.
we didn't even get anything for Tekken. They
There was a trailer,
and it was just basically Akuma fighting this guy from Tekken. It's like, okay, that's it.
Yep.
It was actually kind of like nice because they already did Street Fighter and Tekken, a crossover game, but then Akuma's from Street Fighter, but
Yeah.
it's like, okay, one guest character.
Dead Rising 4.
I'm actually
We got a trailer which showed Frank West, and
I am semi happy to see this game, because I actually played the first game with Frank West in it. I actually liked it. I liked the system of it. It's actually pretty cool. But it's a game that kind of, I wouldn't say it fell off, but it doesn't seem like it has a lot of people.
yeah, it kind of like
It's like people don't
disappeared.
respect.
and
It's
I guess now Microsoft trying to get it to come
yeah, it's
back
people
up.
like respect the game. So I'm like, okay, he's like put some respect on the game. You know,
Yeah,
uh, Xbox Play Anywhere.
it's
Another thing that I wish,
It's pretty cool, but it's also pretty self-explanatory.
yeah, you know, like just you play the game on because you know, like Microsoft owns like half the technology they got.
Yeah, you know, you open up your Windows, you see all this Xbox stuff there. Your phone, if you have a phone like that,
Yeah, you
you
know,
can play Xbox games through it, kind of ish.
basically you start here, then you're just like, oh, I gotta go do something. Then you
And
go somewhere else. It's like, okay,
when
that's
you're
cool.
on your phone, you're playing the same game and probably get yelled at because you're supposed to be doing something, not playing Xbox.
Basically.
Good job, Microsoft, getting kids in trouble. Scalebound.
Ooh, this looks so good. I so serious. I was like, it's, so basically, it's kind of in. They describe like if you look it up, it describes it as an action RPG.
Yeah.
It doesn't really look like it to me, but okay. It looks more just like a straight action game to me, but I guess you can see where you get the RPG elements.
They really
But
did show us some good multiplayer things in it. Like
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
that
It's like
multiplayer hit strong.
the multiplayer was like okay, the multiplayer was good because it shows that you have to rely on other people. Like a
Yeah.
lot of these games, you can play with other people and it's a lot better. Like nowadays, gaming isn't really single player anymore. It's like mostly multiplayer. Like
You either get like strictly single player with a lot of multiplayer. Co-op like on one screen is the rarest thing to find now because
seriously, and no one like comes over to your house and is like, yo, let's play some games.
like what happens now is you just hit somebody up on Xbox Live or PSN and you hop on a game. So their Scalebound is taking this aspect of gaming and just
All right, so we got Sea of Thieves, right? This looks
pirates.
is you ever want to be a pirate? Of course you do. It's basically a pirate game. It looks really cool. You know, I always wanted to actually like
I've
because
been looking for a good pirate game for a while,
ever since I was like little, I love pirates. I was like, yo, I want a pirate game where you can actually do stuff as a pirate. But
and I mean the closest I ever got to that was Assassin's Creed Black Flag,
exactly,
and that wasn't that piratey. I mean it was, but
you
no.
didn't get that pirate experience. It wasn't just like that. But you do literally everything a pirate does in this game. The only thing I really didn't like, the gameplay looked good. They had some like less players and stuff do it, and I was like cringing the entire time because of their reactions. Like there are some parts of E3 that just made me cringe so bad, and
This was one.
yeah, I was just like, okay, well, these reactions were really like so bad. I was like, okay, let's just not talk about the YouTubers anymore.
Moving on to a genre that needs to die. State of Decay 2. There's there's too many zombie survival games.
I'm
Way too
like,
many.
oh, like the game looks good, but still, I'm not gonna go there with it because
I I mean, I'm not saying it looks like a bad game, but there's just so many
the
games
State
where
of
you
Decay
hop
was
in and
good.
you fight off a bunch of zombies.
State of Decay was good, but still, I like, come on, man. And when I saw it, I was like, please. I was thinking it was gonna be like something with Walking Dead or something like that, but then it's kind of like it looks weird because it looks like it's old time zombie apocalypse, but at the same time it's like modern and it looks. I don't know. That's like I don't know about the game.
Halo
Halo.
Wars 2.
I was disappointed because I thought this was gonna be a legit Halo game because
Top
the trailer.
down. It's like
Yeah, it's like that like top down games where you can strategy games like that. That's what it is. I was thinking because the trailer had basically the humans, these guys in the army. Then you had whatever these things over here was that you always killing in Halo.
aliens.
It was they were all fighting. Then you got the guy over here, and then you got the big guy over here, and they were just like saying. I'm like, okay, this looks really good.
And then it
Then
just
I realized because they didn't actually show what like the actual gameplay looks like. So I looked up. I was like, what is Halo Wars in the first place? And I saw. I was like, really? I knew it. I knew it was too good to be true.
it's just a top down.
I know it's too good to be true. Yeah. Okay.
Project Scorpio.
I'm gonna take some time to talk about this one. Let me just talk about this.
I'm gonna let you rant.
I'm just gonna take some time to talk about Project Scorpio because they couldn't call it Xbox One Scorpio. They had to call it Project Scorpio.
Scorpio.
The project. Okay. I'm not. They claim that the PlayStation did the same thing. It's like they're trying to make it with the PS4 Neo. They're trying to basically say that
Here's a better one.
it's yeah, but they're saying it's not going to replace the like Xbox One and PS4. We know it's going to do that. It's
Yeah.
going to be way better, and that kind of makes me mad because I got my PS4 like a year after it came out, but that's not even 2 years yet whole, and that really makes me mad. I mean, I love the Xbox One Scorpio. That's gonna be the most powerful quote unquote gaming console ever. And
Most affordable.
yeah, sure, that thing's gonna be.
Is it gonna be like $2? I can afford that.
I mean, it can't be no worse than the PlayStation VR, which we will get into later.
Yeah.
But 4K gaming, that's one thing I'm looking forward to. I actually looked at 4K compared to 1080p, and
Yeah.
it doesn't look that much different. But I want, and then people are also saying that it's not going to be true 4K, which also raised me,
A
because
little bit of doubt.
there are a difference between true HD and stuff like that, and
Yeah.
then things that made to look like it, and that's
Like fake HD, pretty much.
and it's like it's probably not gonna be 4K like true 4K because that's gonna be like extremely hard to put like true 4K gaming on there. It's like how are they gonna do that?
Now,
Honestly,
you might be surprised, but that's the end of Microsoft.
like
And they announced a lot of stuff, and I was impressed with it. Pretty much everything they announced. Like I said, the State of Decay 2, the genre needs to die.
it just needs to stop. But overall, Microsoft was really good. I was hyped the entire day because that basically made me hype the entire day. That was in the middle of the day, 12 o'clock, and then because spent pretty much the entire day watching E3, and then had to wait like another hour before Ubisoft, and then Ubisoft just like killed me.
And in terms of system enhancements and stuff like that,
Won.
Microsoft,
It
you
won.
won. You
As
got
far
that.
as like Xbox Live, Play Anywhere, all the other stuff, Scorpio the Slim, y'all won.
And alright, here's a slight letdown. Ubisoft. Starting with Tom Clancy, Ghost Recon, Wildlands. That's a long title.
Okay, El Chapo in the game.
Yeah.
The dude. Okay, I don't want to butcher his name. It's like El.
El Pozzolero, I think.
It's like El.
Pozzolero, it's El Chapo.
Um, the dude looks like El Chapo. I'm like, okay, but besides that,
That's kind of creepy.
I actually like the style of Tom Clancy games compared to other shooters. Even though like it's third person, and the style of it looks really good. I always liked it. Um, unfortunately, Tom Clancy died like 3 years ago, I think. Yeah,
Yeah.
but they're still making games anyway. So it's like I don't care. We gonna make the games anyway. But you know, it looks good. But
This next game, South Park.
okay, let me explain
Go ahead and say the title, Terrence.
all right. Let me explain the two-sided effect to this. Two-sided sword. Okay, South Park the frac
South Park.
the fractured butthole. Okay, now
It's spelled whole as in like a whole pizza, and but wait, there's more.
okay. Basically, y'all know everybody knows.
South Park is dumb.
Yeah. Okay.
And when I say dumb, I mean just like
Yeah. They basically try to spoof Captain America Civil War because they're basically saying it's like, oh yeah, they're a group of superheroes in this game apparently, and they're like fractured. They're like kind of like having problems, but they're still a whole.
yeah,
But then you read the actual title,
and it does not sound.
South Park, the creators, they literally don't care. I actually love those guys because they don't.
When I said dumb, I didn't mean like it's dumb. I meant like the stuff they do is just.
They don't even care at all. Stick with Truth is actually a really good game. I didn't think it was gonna be a good game. But
Yeah, I've watched gameplay of it. I haven't played it, but it looks pretty cool. And now this comes out, so.
I mean, you basically play. You're playing this guy. He's kind of like new. You're a new guy in town, and you're supposed to be a superhero and whatever. And the trailer for it, they played. Okay, basically this took up Ubisoft took up 2 hours. This was the longest conference, and they got the least done. And I was like,
They spent a lot of time on like little things.
they basically spent like 20 minutes per game, and I was like, okay, though, y'all doing too much for this. But that's why it deflated me because I'm
It
sitting
was
here.
just you just sit there and you're watching the same game for 20 minutes
I
when they
was
could be
just
announcing a whole lot.
looking at you, Dishonored. Anyway, but it looks good. The creators, they're having fun with the game. Like they clearly have fun. They basically even poke fun at Captain America: Civil War, saying that they the original name for that was the fractured but whole, but they got it first. So I'm like, great. Just,
All right.
just
Next up, more Tom Clancy. There is The Division.
so they're getting
And
the survival expansion. I was like, okay,
yeah,
that's cool. The Division was a really good game, actually.
yep.
Like the quality. All right, let me just go on topic a little quick. The quality of games for PS4 and Xbox One from 2013 to 2014, they're kind of bad in my opinion. I didn't. It's like they weren't even fun. They were just like, yo, here, look at these graphics, bro.
And you're
And
just like,
but then 2015, they started releasing games that were actually fun, and I'm so glad for that because I think this year is going to be the best year in gaming for a while. Hopefully,
2016.
honestly, I think 27 is probably going to be the best year. But
27?
yep, definitely, I'm gonna keep saying too.
All right, Star Trek Bridge Crew. It's VR and it's really cool. And you're on the Star Trek crew, the ship in space.
They, they, oh my god! Basically, Ubisoft they started at 4 o'clock. By the time we got done with Star Trek Bridge Crew, it was like almost 5 o'clock, and I was like, "Are you serious?"
That's
Ubisoft?
only 4 things in.
I'm like, Ubisoft, please just kill me. But let's go into a game that I actually thought was amazing. For Honor.
Yep.
That looks
Finally, a
so
medieval game. That's cool.
really a medieval game. Uh, it's not like an RPG. It's a hack and slash game, but
Yeah, it's like what is it, Chivalry?
yeah, it's like that. But
You play as a knight, a Viking, or a samurai. So
like you can either play as a knight, you can be a knight. You can be a samurai, or you can be a Viking. They
um,
actually showed off the samurai guy, and
did he have standard like?
yeah, it looked just like what a samurai would look like.
Yeah.
The old katana.
The visuals really delivered.
I actually like the fact the fighting mechanics in this game are really good, and then the guy that was playing made me laugh because he was just running through this entire like crowd of like people. He was just like, I don't even care. I'm just gonna walk by, just running,
So he's
just
just
running,
like
cutting people down, and I'm like, yo, this man don't even care. Yeah, I'm really excited to see that. So here's a game that you know. So
oh yeah, grow up. I don't know why they titled it grow up, but
I was like so lost when I was listening to this. I was like, what is this?
the first title was Grow Home, and it's a game where you play as a robot who comes like this giant mothership comes and drops them down. And I don't remember exactly what the goal was or like why you're doing it, but you're trying to get all these plants to grow and they build stuff and you keep growing. And it's a good exploration game. The controls remind me of I Am Bread, where it's like one analog stick does this arm and then this arm, and it's a little wonky. But Grow Up is literally just the same thing, same character and everything, and with a new title. Why they named it Grow Up?
Don't know.
I guess they're just trying to tell their fans to grow up.
It's basically I looked at it. I was like, okay, yeah, I don't understand anything about this. So I'm looking. Okay, basically, it's to
Trials of
find
the Blood Dragon.
this guy is basically trying to like find his quote unquote mom.
Yeah. It's a ship called Mom, pretty much.
Thanks a lot. So Trials of the Blood Dragon.
Trials of the Blood Dragon. It is like Far Cry with Trials.
Because Far Cry the Blood Dragon, and
Yeah.
that was the extension of the third game, and then Trials, like the motorcycle game, Trials Fusion was the last one they made. and actually pretty cool because like they added elements from Far Cry, the Blood Dragon into
Yeah,
Trials.
and it's
Because I actually watched some gameplay of it, and the guy was just basically going at this giant thing with a dragon on it, and he was just like, all right, and you have to like,
you're on a motorcycle.
and you have to basically like shoot these things down to get on certain places. It makes sense, the way they fused it together. It looks really it actually makes sense. But because when I first heard that was the Trials of the Blood Dragon, I was like, what?
Yeah,
I, I still
this
I honestly didn't know. I was like, is this a motorcycle game or is this like some type of
RPG ish.
sick game or what?
Yeah,
What is this? But yeah, I probably won't get it, but I mean,
yeah, and then Assassin's Creed movie. So Assassin's Creed in the movie,
this kind
and
of
it looks okay.
I'm
I'll
off
watch it. I'm a big Assassin's Creed fan, like a huge Assassin's Creed fan. The director came and talked about it, and yeah,
the
it's
trailer. Like
the
I was
trailer.
disappointed.
It makes it a mixture of whoa, this looks cool, and what are they doing?
I was kind of disappointed to be honest. I was like,
But now let's get to the thing. Ubisoft really delivered.
oh my
Watch
god,
Dogs 2.
2. Let me tell you about Watch Dogs 2. Oh, that game. I would pay so much to play Watch Dogs 2 right this moment. The game is sick.
Just, you gotta be super stealthy in it, but it
The way
looks so
because the guy, he basically has all these gadgets and stuff, and you're basically like,
going around and
they Watch Dogs like, but I know, I can't really tell you what the story of it is, but the guy, he goes around. They play one mission where you go in this giant
It's 10 o'clock.
like 2 minutes. I'm at that. Yeah.
okay. Look at that. So yeah,
So Watch Dogs, you go basically go with the gameplay that show. You go in these guys like mansion basically with a bunch of and it's like this gang or whatever. I wouldn't say a gang, but they're like all affiliated, and you like you have to. That's the best stuff I've ever seen in my life because literally there's so many people in this mansion, and it's like not even the area that you have to go in is big.
yeah,
So I know one thing. This guy threw something. There was two guys in this like place in this room. He was hiding behind the other room's wall. He like throws it. Okay, past one guy. One guy's like, "Oh, let me check this out." Gets blown up, and then they go. And then character he just goes up behind it. And he just like takes him down. It's like that is the best stuff ever. And then the
it.
way he escapes is just amazing. Like I was so hyped. That actually made
The best part is it comes out on PS4, so we can actually get it.
yeah. So I'm glad about that.
All
I
right,
actually made the press conference.
Yep.
And yeah, it's deep.
steep. Huh.
People, I was like watching the stream.
Skiing, paragliding,
What was
windsuit.
that? What was that? What was that?
Skiing, paragliding, windsuits, snowboarding. It's winter sports.
I
It
was
doesn't
watching
it,
the
it doesn't
stream.
look bad.
Yeah, I was watching on stream, right? And people were just like, "Yo, this is SSX," and no, it's not SSX. That was like EA, and that's like dead now. So
Ubisoft, they did good, but they should have had more for the amount of time they took up.
I was disappointed.
Yeah.
They had the longest 2 hours. 2 hours of my life.
And they had, other than Nintendo, the shortest amount of stuff.
I mean, Nintendo, they spent like
We'll get down to that.
That was just.
We'll get down to the Nintendo. Right now, we're moving on to Sony.
Let me tell you about Sony.
We start with, they opened up the show with a bunch of music, and it shifted in to God of War, where it was a little kid, and he was like, there was someone talking to him, and then Kratos walks out, and he's got a beard. And they go on this hunting trip, and Kratos starts killing things. He like throws his axe and then kills the other thing with his fists, and they get down to this giant, and Kratos brings him down to the ground, and he tells his son to shoot it, and his son shoots Kratos.
I was like, this kid just can't do anything for his life.
And like Kratos looked like he was about to rage, and then he just killed the monster. And it's just he was like his son was apologizing, and Kratos just goes, "Let's find that deer."
I was like, after if that was me, I would have been like, son,
You just shot me.
you just shot me in the like shoulder, bro. But yeah, God of War, Kratos is a dad now.
With a beard. So
I saw the beard and all that, but it's actually a new voice actor. Because I actually haven't played God of War, but
his voice still sounds pretty cool.
like I listened to the voice actor and I was like, wait a minute, because I've seen God of War before gameplay, and I was like,
Yeah.
sounds different. It sounds cool to me, but because he sounded like a dad. In
Yeah.
other games, he sounded more like
Angry because he was
angry, like
focused on killing Zeus.
yeah.
But before we start this next title, once again, the genre needs to die.
This is the one exception, though.
Yeah, this one was a little different.
I will give you an
This is
exception. on
this is
one.
an
This one.
open world zombie apocalypse, and it's called Days Gone, by the way. You get on a motorcycle and you're riding around, and they gave us a trailer at the start. Then at the end of the show, there is the dude. You run up and you kill a dude. Well, you don't kill the dude. You fight. He pushes you off a roof, and he gets killed by these weird demon children things. If you've seen I Am Legend, they look like those things.
Yeah.
And there's like endless amounts of these things coming at you. And the dude playing just decides to shoot. And he never stopped shooting. But it turns out the whole time he had Molotovs. And at the end of it, he was just standing on top of a tower and the things were surrounding him. So, yeah. I described it as a whole bunch of nope. Because I would panic so hard trying to get away from like 1,500 million creepy children demon things.
Them physics were amazing.
Oh, the ragdoll physics?
Yes.
Yeah, you shoot the one in the head, it does like a backflip through the window.
Because when they were on like that little like bridge looking thing.
Oh, when they were all like
that
trying to
part.
crowd over each other, they were like knocking each other down and stuff.
Yeah, when he kept shooting, like they kept like falling on each other, and I was like,
If physics worked perfectly in that game.
how did he manage to kill all of them? Because literally, like they were like enough to fill up that whole building.
I
But he killed.
really wouldn't have been shooting during the whole thing. I would have been running. Because it was actual gameplay, it wasn't a cutscene. I wouldn't have just been like, pew, pew, pew. I'd have been like, nope, gotta get out of here.
Like for real, I was like, but I guess he wanted to be like, yo,
I guess he wanted to show, like, hey, you can shoot things.
because they were showing the guy on the screen, like, because he was in the
Yeah.
back.
And his face was just, he was so determined.
Like Sony, they did nothing but trailers. Like they had Sean Layden come on like
A few times.
a couple times.
And he talked about things. Alright, The Last Guardian. Terrence, you can talk about this one. I didn't understand. It was just a little tiny kid with a giant cat.
Did you not watch E3 last year?
No.
Oh, you missed it. Man.
I missed a little bit of it, but
They made The Last Guardian last year. We got the announcement like gameplay sort of thing last year, and it was actually a game that a lot of people wanted. I never even heard of it honestly, but they opened the show and that basically like made everybody hype for the rest of the show, and I was like, okay, well, that's cool. I really never heard of it before, but yeah, they showed like another trailer with The Last Guardian.
yeah, it was alright. It was pretty good. It looks alright. I just didn't know what it was, so I was like, what is this?
you probably like, yo, what is this, Rob? But we did get a release date, which is good. October 25th this year.
Yep. Not
Unlike,
27.
Unlike let's see, Kingdom Hearts 3,
Yeah.
Final Fantasy 7.
And it was pretty cool. There was most of you probably know what this game is, but it was a little kid, or little. When I say little, I mean like tiny person with a bunch of giant things around him, and his parkour looked pretty cool. Everything looked pretty amazing in it. And yeah, I guess I'm pretty excited for it.
I'm probably not gonna get it, but I mean, at least people.
I'll probably watch gameplay of it on YouTube, because if it's a game that I don't know if I want to play or not, I just like, hey yo, YouTube people, teach me.
At least it got people hyped last year, because that basically set the tone for the rest of the show.
And I guess seeing it again this year got people kind of like,
Because they already saw God of War and Days Gone, and it was like, okay,
it was one of the first. Yeah, it was one of the first three things shown, so it was pretty big of an announcement. Like people saw, like you said, they already saw God of War, they already saw Days Gone, so they were already hyped, and this just went in the hype train.
Yeah.
And moving on to the next game, Horizon Zero Dawn. Welcome to a robot Jurassic Park. All
It
jokes
looks good.
aside, this game looks amazing.
Um, See, the only problem with me, like they
Oh,
showed gameplay.
the thing that didn't it
It
just
wouldn't. Okay, let me tell you. Okay, all right, I got two questions. How? First of all, how did it get like this in the first place? All these robotic
yeah.
animals.
I'm guessing in the game it'll tell us that.
I hope so because like they never like they showed something last year at E3 too. They never really explained. And last year I think they just showed it. I remember correctly. They just showed the trailer. This year they're showing gameplay, but still they didn't really explain that much.
If the
Um,
gameplay looks fun, it could be a little hectic though.
yeah, I would like lose my mind trying to like kill this thing, and the only
That
time
and
it
the
slows down is when you switch weapons, but like, it gives you a quick glance, and
yeah,
then it's like,
yeah. Like it's kind of like what was it? Was it no, I don't know a game off the top of my head where the action is intense. Kind of like Skyrim. When you open up your inventory to switch a weapon, you get that like brief what's happening. Except in this game, it doesn't stop; it just slows down.
yeah, it's like goes in slow mo. But yeah, I like to see it more.
It's pretty
It
good.
does have a female protagonist and like
Yep. And
with
here comes the hype train. Detroit Become Human. Ho ho.
oh
Oh, this game. You're an android, and you're trying to investigate pretty much a bunch of stuff happening. And what they showed in the trailer was another android, mad because he was an android and people treated him like slaves. About to, I couldn't tell if he was going to throw a little girl off a building,
he was
or shoot himself, and they were both going to go off the building.
in the original like the first part they showed they
Yeah,
were
he was going to shoot her head off.
and then like he was going like
Fall.
shoot her, but
And
then he was like, yo, if I'm gonna die, then she gonna die too.
yeah,
So
and then there's a bunch of different things you can do to affect it. Like one of them, he throws her, and then like he saves her, and then gets lit up by the police, and he's like,
yeah,
"You lied to me," and then dies. Another one, he just shoots her.
yeah, he shoots her, but then he jumps up, then he like gets thrown out
Tackled.
too. Yeah, and then one
He shoots the player. Yeah, and
none of them really ends good except for like the one where he's like, you lied to me.
yeah,
But then it makes you also feel bad. It's like,
the dialogue is also pretty good, and like the main character is like, "I can't die," and it's just like, "What?"
but basically, oh yeah, I was like, well, I can't die. I'm an android. Sorry.
Here we go again. Zombie survival games. Except this one is one of the probably most popular ones.
You take this, man.
Resident Evil 7.
You take this.
I didn't pay too much attention to it. I was kind of confused on what was happening. It showed a gameplay, and you're in this like dark, creepy house walking around. There's a pot full of soup and roaches, or roaches and soup, mainly roaches. And you like scrape a roach off your hand, and it's mainly just roaches and darkness. And you see like one monster, and the outside of a creepy house. It didn't.
It was kind of weird because it was almost like it was gameplay and a trailer at the same time, but then
Yeah.
they made it so short. So it was like, so is this supposed to be like legit gameplay or just like the trailer? But
And then
oh,
one of their biggest announcements, PlayStation VR. And with this game, it's coming 50 games, but ones they announced were Star Wars, or actually Farpoint. We'll start with Farpoint. Go ahead, Terrence.
um, Farpoint isn't for VR. I don't. That's just a new game.
Yeah, we got an announcement trailer.
Yeah, Farpoint.
And then Battlefront got an X-wing VR mission, which looks pretty cool. You're in an X-wing and you're flying around space shooting things.
So that's gonna come out with I guess it's gonna come out like
With
I don't know if that's gonna be. I guess it's gonna be with like PlayStation VR. Same with Batman Arkham VR.
Yeah, Batman Arkham VR. We got a trailer. It didn't get any gameplay, but it was mainly the Joker talking.
PlayStation VR. It actually comes out. We got a release date. It comes out October 13th this year.
Yep.
Costs more than the system does.
Yeah.
That gives me grounds not to buy it.
VR usually does cost a lot. What is it? Steam's HTC Vive costs $800.
Yeah, that's Fallout is coming to HTC Vive. I actually forgot to say that.
HTC Vive cost $800.
Like, what's the other VR thing? Like, what was the very first VR that they came out with? Like, a couple, like,
I don't know. The first game I ever watched on VR was
I mean, like the like legit virtual reality. It was the
oh,
shoot.
I'm trying to think. The first thing I watched from VR was just was on the Oculus Rift. So
Yeah, that's what it is. Oculus Rift. Yeah, that's
and
what I was.
then I watched Job Simulator for the first time for the first experience of HTC Vive. So,
I just
but
want to see a VR game where you can just do whatever you want because that's like I thought
Batman
that's what
VR
VR
seems a
should
little weird because Batman games are all about jumping across rooftops and beating people up. And I kind of want to
Yeah,
see
that's
how
why I
that.
really want to see how like VR works like legit.
Yeah,
I'm like if you're doing all this stuff, are you thinking in your maybe it's just like in your mind you're doing that.
yeah,
Like, but then I see like videos of people like they're actually walking around and doing stuff. So it's like
yeah. I
it's
guess
just
you gotta
certain
have a
games.
good bit of space to do it.
Maybe
But
it's just certain games. I don't know.
yeah, Final
Hopefully
Fantasy
elaborate.
15. We got a different trailer, and
We
yeah,
actually they're actually announcing VR for this too, so I guess that's gonna be out October 13th as well.
yep.
Because
So
when is Final Fantasy 15? Actually, they already came out release date. I think it's like September, so that's VR is probably gonna come out at October. So that all lines up.
that's
Um,
probably the only difference from when they announced it for Microsoft. It gets VR now. So
yeah, and at least we don't get to see the guy get wrecked for like two
yeah,
minutes.
Call of
Before
Duty, Infinite Warfare.
people hate it.
Everybody hates this game,
I
but
don't
from the
know.
gameplay we saw, I love it.
They hated the trailer. That was the most disliked
Yeah,
gaming video ever, and I was like, okay. But then I see the gameplay. I'm like,
they handled space
yo,
perfect.
it looked amazing because they had the like everything, the
Like
effects of space.
you were like floating around, you had to grapple to different rocks and stuff, and then space things worked. You could take off people's helmets and it would kill them. It made sense.
I never even like watched the like full trailer. So,
I didn't watch the full trailer,
so I
but I
don't
don't
know.
see what's wrong with it. As you can
I,
see, I'm wearing an Infinite Warfare thing now. So yeah, but hate me if you want. I think Infinite Warfare is going to be great.
yeah, but it's coming
We're
out.
also getting a Modern Warfare remastered if you buy a deluxe package, which
Yeah, if you get like
includes
the special, like there's like three different special versions of it, and you have
yeah,
to get that just to get Modern Warfare Remastered. It's like whatever.
yeah. Then we got this amazing thing where the Sony dude he walks out on the stage. I just forgot his name completely.
Sean Layden.
Yeah, Sean Layden. He walks out on the stage. He's standing there, and a shadow turns in to Crash Bandicoot. Everybody was like super excited, and then he said the first three are getting remade.
He said they're getting remastered from the ground up, and I was
Yeah,
like, Sean, you just botched that. But you know they're getting remakes. Like you can't
yeah.
remaster a PS1 game. That's not gonna happen.
So I guess it's kind of like what they did with Ratchet and Clank. It's a reboot.
Yeah, basically.
But we got a verbal announcement. We didn't get any gameplay. We didn't get a trailer. We didn't get any images.
Well, don't
We
say it's a reboot. Well, don't say it's like a reboot. Like they're
yeah,
getting the Ratchet and
it's
Clank treatment basically, but they're
yeah.
not getting a legit reboot. I don't because you know they're gonna continue on Ratchet and Clank. I don't know about
Yeah.
Crash.
The closest thing we got was there was music from Crash Bandicoot,
I heard the music first, but it was like a
yeah,
different version of it. So I was like, whoa, hold on.
and Sean turned into Crash with his shadow. That's about all we got until Skylanders Imaginators would show
People so mad.
Crash doing some classic Crash moves from the old games and doing the noises like "Hooba and stuff like that.
People were calling this a disgrace to Crash Bandicoot's name. They said
It
they should put some respect on his name. They were so mad.
pretty much what Imaginators is Skylanders again, except you can draw your own people. It it's it's meh.
You're struggling to even say anything about it. It's just like you can't even.
Like pretty much Skylanders has slowly been running out of ideas. They started with what was it, Giants?
Yeah, that's the like
Yeah.
the very first thing that they had.
Yeah, it was pretty much you had normal Skylanders and Giants, and you had to have a Giant to get through certain things. And then they had forgot what the next one, Spyro something. And then they had something. Then they had Trap Team. Trap Team, you had normal Skylanders, and you had to have bigger ones to break through certain things. It was Giants. Like I have some stuff here. This is from Giants, big one to break certain things. This is from Trap Team, has glowing things that can break stuff. It's it's a constant rundown of here's your normal characters, but you need something special to be able to do something else. Like it's it's they
Your
run out
face.
they run
Your
out of
face.
they run out of ideas every time they do. And to prove that, and the last game, so this is already a Skylander that was there. I used to play Skylander. This is a Skylander that was in game. Trigger happy, right? Then we got Trigger Snappy. It's the same thing, but he's smaller. Along with that, this Shark Dude with a Shark Dude.
You know what I never thought we'd
That's
do?
not a Shark Dude.
I never thought that we would spend more time on Skylanders than anything else.
I'm not spending great time on it. I'm ranting about how bad it is. It's not. I mean, the gameplay is pretty decent. It's not bad, but the concepts are slowly going downhill. Like I said,
I like the idea of like what
yeah.
Skylanders is.
Like I said, the first game you had a normal sized character and you had to have a giant to break something. And then Trap Tune comes out, you got normal sized characters, and you have to have giant people with glowing weapons to break stuff. It's a constant, hey, you want to get through this level? Buy more stuff.
Going back to Crash for a minute, this was actually the 20th anniversary of Crash 1, but the game's not going to come out this year. I'm telling you, it's not going to come out this year.
Yeah, we didn't get a release date, but
It's definitely
anyway,
not going to be this year, I know that.
Skylanders rant over before I get too more upset. Lego Star Wars The Force Awakens. It's a Lego game, and Lego games have that childish but happy feel to them. You can't really. Most people like Lego games usually aren't disliked, but they're only liked by.
Seriously.
Hmm?
They're
Yeah.
they're cool, but
They're cool, but they're not meant to be taken seriously, which some people don't like. And I played the demo for Force Awakens on the night of yesterday actually, and it's a standard Lego game. You gotta go build things to do solve certain puzzles, and it's pretty decent. I would buy it. It's pretty fun, and
I don't really care for it, but
it's got that classic Star Wars feel. Next up, we've got Confusion, the game. Death Stranding. So you're all sitting there on E3, and a logo starts coming up, Kojima, and everybody gets super hyped.
Kojima is the boy.
Yeah, and he pulls up this trailer for Death Stranding, and you see Norman Reedus, who's Daryl from The Walking Dead, naked, covered in oil, holding a baby, looking at an ocean full of dead things covered in oil. And there are invisible oil handprints walking. No feet prints, just hands. It's oil, naked, dead. It's all we got. No release date, no gameplay, just oil, naked, dead.
Kojima, you gotta do better than that, man. I respect you, but come on, man. You gotta do.
And Spider-Man. Spider-Man, it looked pretty cool. It looked better than the original Spider-Man games, which were if you fall too far down from the building, you immediately die. Like if you tried to touch the ground level in the first Spider-Man, it was over. So this is based on Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man, the Amazing Spider-Man. So
Which I hated the Amazing Spider-Man.
the one with Jamie Foxx and stuff as the villains. I didn't watch them. Spider-Man's one of my favorite superheroes, but I didn't watch those movies. So.
I hated it.
I did like the Spider-Man from Civil War though. He's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think you sure they based it off like the one from because the design.
That's Peter Parker.
I mean, like because the design looks kind of like the one from Homecoming, which is gonna be a new Spider-Man movie. So
And also in Homecoming, there might be you know Miles Morales, right?
yeah,
Yeah, he might be in it.
oh, that's good. I mean,
Miles Morales is pretty cool. So yeah. So PlayStation or Sony, when it comes to the games, they crushed it. They won. They won.
oh, let me tell you, as okay, I know we already talked about Days Gone, but like we have the gameplay at the end, right?
Yeah.
I just want to think about this for a second. Have we ever seen a game with that much like a with that much AI enemies and like just
Running
one
that smooth
stretch.
and in one spot.
Seriously, that I was just like, yo, this is crazy. But one, all right, I really like Sony's press conference, and if you don't get that Skylanders, I'm tired of seeing it already, man.
It
People
was
are
bad.
hating. I don't
It
want to hear
it was bad.
it. It was bad. It was bad. But
Anyway,
Sony overall, they were really good. One thing I was like, I know they actually did a lot of games, but at the same time, they went trailer to trailer to trailer to trailer.
they didn't really
So
talk about them much.
they didn't say anything. So it was
Yeah,
like
they actually didn't say anything.
they really didn't. Sean
The
came
ones
out.
they talked about were Death Stranding, Days Gone, and Call of Duty.
Then like the crash they got announced, but that's like really it. Everything else they didn't say anything.
So, Nintendo. Terrence, I'll let you handle this because I feel like a rant is coming.
I knew Nintendo wasn't going to do a press conference, so when I went, um, I looked at the Treehouse event. 'Cause that's what they call it, a Treehouse. I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but basically they had these like guys and they're just like talking about these games, and it's not even like announcing it. And I actually think I don't even know if there was like legit like audience or anything. I think they were just like because they were just streaming to everybody.
Yeah.
So they were just talking about the games and everything. And they played through Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild. That's the new game. Hopefully, it comes out for the Nintendo NX, which is going to be a new Nintendo. And
So
now,
another new console coming out.
yeah. So one thing I will give the game looks really great. Like Legend of Zelda always looks great. But here's the thing. I was kind of like, okay, I was like, Nintendo, please don't get behind again
Or
because
with the game consoles.
I know that the Xbox One Scorpio and the Neo PS4 Neo aren't technically new consoles, but they're upgraded. And basically, the NX has to meet them upgraded consoles, or then it's still going to technically be behind because the PS4 and excuse me, the Xbox One are going to technically be behind now,
Yeah.
even with just upgraded versions. So I was kind of worried for Nintendo because Nintendo doesn't really make a lot of their doesn't really make a lot of games, and the games that they do make are like really only for their systems. That's the thing about it.
I don't think Nintendo has really any games that don't go for their systems. To be honest,
Like
they do. They have a few, but they keep to themselves.
it's like I don't see a lot of Nintendo games. Like I
Like,
don't.
what if I want to go play Mario on my PlayStation?
Nope.
No,
That's why
not
I
today.
remember Ubisoft, right? Because Nintendo was like Nintendo's really salty.
Nintendo brings like in terms of console their company only games. They win that section, but that's not a good section to win because you have a limited amount of people playing your stuff.
Because like Nintendo, they're really salty about everything. Like if you have something, if you post something that's Nintendo, they will get on you so quick. So
I'm
when I used to,
surprised any memes to do with Mario or any like game theory videos that Matt Pat does on game theory for Mario haven't been taken down by Nintendo.
so
Just
basically
just
like
to be like,
at the Ubisoft conference, Aisha Tyler mentioned the NX, and I was like, she must have got permission because they would literally have lost their mind if they didn't let her say that because they're so like uptight about their stuff. But Legend of Zelda is probably like one of the biggest games I've ever seen in my life. It is massive. Like the guy says like you spent a good amount like your time at E3 playing this game, like a certain part of the map.
yeah,
You wouldn't even get to the whole part, and I was like,
dang,
that is massive.
that's good.
That is massive. And
But
then
is
they
it
said,
crafty?
yeah,
Massive craft.
yeah. um, but Pokemon Sun and Moon actually,
It looks pretty good. The elements for the legendary, the Sun legendary doesn't make sense. It's like a fire lion, but it's psychic and steel.
yeah, okay.
So
I mean, I never really gotten a Pokemon. I was just like,
it's alright. I play a good bit of Pokemon.
I did not
I
stay
still
for the
play
whole thing.
X.
I will admit that I did not stay for that because the whole thing was 5 hours, and they were talking about two games, and I'm like,
I didn't watch it
leaving the point.
because you told me that it was pretty much just Pokemon and Zelda for 5 hours.
Yeah, I was like, okay, I'm just here because I gotta do this analysis with you. That's the only reason
Yep.
I'm
And
honest.
alright.
So
So yeah. Nintendo did that with the Pokemon. Did that? I think they announced a few new Pokemon coming out with the ones with the
Yeah.
things. I saw pictures of them. It was like a bird and a yeah. That winds down the review actually, but not
Basically,
almost. Then we got a final overview of pretty much like we said. I think Sony and Microsoft killed it. Microsoft did it with the consoles. Sony did it with the games. Bethesda
yeah,
was pretty good. Uh, then I'd say EA, then Ubisoft, and last.
I
Yeah.
would, I'm
Well,
not saying
Ubisoft wasn't bad,
they weren't
but
bad. No,
they took so long to do so little.
it's
However,
like,
I do have some big criticism for Sony.
what is it? They gotta make that money. If they get free marketing for Crash, they don't care.
For
They gotta,
real, when they said Crash is gonna be in Skylanders, I was like, I don't know,
they gotta get that
because
money.
Skylanders combat was limited, and Crash was all about throwing mangoes at people and doing spin attacks and making random sound effects that don't make any sense. Like literally in the Crash racing game, the little tiki that followed you when you used the shield, he would just go, "Ooga."
Bruh, but I know Courtney, like Courtney, he's probably mad because they didn't show
Oh, they
any
didn't
Final
do any
Fantasy
Kingdom
7
Hearts.
or Kingdom Hearts. Cause 2.8, that's coming out this year. And I'm like, okay, so the game's coming out this year. You can't show anything. The Kingdom Hearts 3, that's been like being made for the past like 3 years now, still didn't get anything. I mean, Final Fantasy 7 remake, I wanted to see that because I want to buy that because I never played Final Fantasy 7, and I want to save
Yeah,
my experience for that. But they didn't show it. I'm like, all right, whatever. So I think they're probably going to do a lot next year because that's the 20th
yeah.
anniversary.
So
See, should have did with Crash. They should have announced it last year. Started working on it last year
and
because they've been
then
teasing it
done it
all.
this year.
Yeah, but whatever.
But it was, I would say this E3 was overall pretty good. I didn't really have that much criticism other than Skylanders. Ubisoft took too long to do too little, and yeah, Bethesda, they were good. They just didn't announce much new. They improved on old things.
Everything caught my interest pretty
Yeah,
much, and
literally
that's
almost everything everyone announced, I was like, whoa, except for like FIFA and the zombie survival.
like yeah. EA was kind of it wasn't even. I don't know about EA.
EA was meh.
It was like meh.
We got some Battlefront updates that'll probably cost like your whole paycheck from 3 months.
I mean, like people see.
We got Fifth.
I'm going off topic for a second, but with Battlefront and like games like that, people always complain like DLC and stuff and like that, and they like
And then
when
they go buy it.
the game's stuck, and it's like you go buy it anyway.
They're like, wow, this DLC sucks, man. Walks to the store. Here's $120. I'm gonna buy all your DLC. What?
You don't make any sense.
You
Like
just went on like a rant about it. Now you're what?
people are
But
hypocrites nowadays.
yeah.
It's just
Peanut.
peanut. What
You know who I call that in the hallway?
peanut?
Yeah.
You
Always
got
be posting
I
memes.
have no idea what you're talking about.
Always be posting memes.
Oh, oh, oh,
Yeah.
oh. Yeah, I had to think. All right, yeah. Well, thank you guys.
For watching this
For
E3
watching this
review.
video.
Hope you liked our feedback. It's a lot.
Yeah, it's been like an hour and almost like an hour and a half, basically.
Yeah. If you like Skylanders, well, you probably don't like me anymore.
We hate you too. Yeah, sorry you had to see Jacob stop every 10 minutes just to do the recording. Because he tried to act so nonchalant about it. He was like, yeah, I don't even care.
Yeah, but it's alright. I put it together. I do that every video. Soon I'm gonna have the full version of Bandicam. And videos will be a lot smoother. Next year, me and Terrence are talking about live streaming this. So,
Yeah, hopefully we can do it with get Jim in here.
Jim, Joel.
Maybe.
Yeah. Joel asked us if we were going to E3 when we told him we were doing this, by the way.
We live in South Carolina. How am I gonna go to LA?
Yeah, that's across the country. Yeah. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this. Yeah. If you liked our feedback, then tell us. If you don't like it, then tell us. If you
Yeah.
want to just tell us something,
Tell us. But yeah, that'll be pretty much it for this video, guys. So this has been War Pango with me. Thanks for coming out, man. You know, I know you've been busy with stuff, so I know you're not just eating the middle of me speak. Don't be that YouTuber. But yeah, thanks for being here, man. And yeah, thanks for watching the video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. His channel will be in the description.
And vice versa. I'll have his
Yeah,
link in.
So like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys later.